want to get a shout before you leave?
So here we go.
Romayne.
First of all, how y'all doing, man? And I'm just doing this because I want to talk, and I want to talk more than like a minute on Instagram Reels and 3 minutes on Facebook and all that stuff like that. And I'm kind of tired of just like the cliche type shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm only speaking because I'm like borderline Illuminati. Now, but like, if you guys don't know, I'm an artist, producer, videographer. I do stuff in the industry. And I just want to talk about stuff, you know. Sometimes there's NDA forms involved in stuff which I really can't say. And, you know, it's crazy because I can see why some of these people that's high up can be considered crazy in ways because, man, it's crazy. Like, before I get into this, all right, I did a couple things on like this show called The Equalizer on ABC. I did one feature, a couple things there, and then another thing on the show called East New York that was on ABC as well. And both of them, the characters were like a criminal, you know, like one of them was a crazy man leaving a church. So I applied to that, figuring that I'll probably most likely get it because a lot of niggas really ain't applying for these stuff anyways. I got it. I forgot the actor name was. I'll probably put it in the video, but blessings to him. And then I did another thing for The Equalizer. My friend Julie, Way, and Mo, as far as like being his homeboys being criminals, right? And I applied to that as well because they were looking for like criminal type people. And sometimes I apply to these type things because in certain ways I kind of know that these mofo white people, or these people are hiring, you know, that I may fit the description. And sometimes I don't want to do those things because I don't want to be considered as typecast. But sometimes I kind of really did those two last couple years just because I wanted to see if and what happened. And it sure enough that happened. I'll probably put a little clip of those. But yeah, so I'm kind of like in it because the thing about it, the media manipulates a lot, whether it's not it's entertainment, you know, or the news. And a lot of people that's not really in it don't really get a lot of this shit. Before I get into this main subject, and this is one of the reasons why, like I'm saying, I'm borderline and stuff. So I've done stuff, a couple stuff behind scenes, whether it's be features or just really background stuff. And I did I did a couple stuff on Mario. You remember Mario Povich shit? It's filmed in Connecticut. So I did that several years ago, right? I did it like a half a dozen times. Each time I went, they did 3 different episodes, and I went like at least 3 different times on different occasions. So, and this is one of the occasions in the entertainment shit. And I'm not saying too much because these mofos watch me, they be hiring, bro. And I'm like, hey, gotta get paid. That's why sometimes, that's one of the reasons too I do videography, because I don't want to be doing all these role type stuff. I'm trying to do other ways of getting income besides just being an actor or whatnot. But what was I going back to? What was the fucking story, bro? Fuck, man. Yo, my dad is like this. He you know, he be having ideas and he go off the subject and stuff. Anyways, forget that. That's kind of a good thing. Let me get back to the main thing I wanted to talk about was as far as, sorry, let me get back into my notes. Don't forget, this is the first episode, so bear with me. All right, here we go. Breaking generational curses. Let me go to that. Not everyone is as fortunate with certain stuff, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons I'm talking too. I'm a spiritual person. I believe in so many different things. Actually, my grandfather passed away in this house years ago, like 20 years ago, in the living room down the hallway. So I'm very in tune with the spirits and just everything. And my grandfather and grandmother came here. My grandmother from Saint Vincent, my grandfather from Trinidad, and then my other grandmother from Venezuela, and then my other grandfather from Trinidad. And they're all from, you know, the islands and whatnot. And they helped my parents, both of them, come to America. They both came here in the U.S. when they were like 13, 12 to Brooklyn and the Bronx. And that's where they both came right around the same time. And then they met years later, like 5, 6 years later when they're 18, and Brand Fam became. But as far as that, you know, we are fortunate right now, what you seem to have YouTube for different stuff, like, you know, for help and stuff like that. Back in those days, a lot of people did. So to give it up for our families that have survived a lot of stuff throughout the years, whether it be from the islands of the U.S. You know, I grew up in Mississippi as well. My dad was in the military. The first spot we was at, Mississippi, I was born there. So I kind of been a lot of places. I want to go more, not too many places as yet. But just breaking generational curses. My grandfather, worked at McDonald's, coming to the United States. He was a fisherman in Trinidad, came to the United States, worked at McDonald's as far as being like a manager, doing business stuff, right? This is something that ties into the entertainment stuff. So portion of that. So my grandfather, Dave Tan, rest his soul, you know, down the hallway, passed away. You can feel his spirit, right? Guess who he used to work with in McDonald's? And this is one of the reasons why I just be like, I always believe in everything. And that's just kind of one of the reasons why I am. And this is why I learned in the 90s, right? He worked with Keenan Wayans. As far as Keenan Wayans, you know, the Wayne brothers worked at McDonald's. And my grandfather used to, you know, like I said, he used to do the business and maintenance part of McDonald's. So he used to always come in there and help him. And I used to overhear my family, them talk about, my grandfather, them would always hear Keenan talk about like how he's going to go to Hollywood and stuff like that. And people would shun him or like, you know, not like think that it's not possible. And my grandfather was able to see, he saw Living Color and stuff like that. My grandfather passed like in 99 or 98 or something like that. But that stuff right there was so inspirational to me. And I remember a story my grandmother told me. She was born in St. Vincent, came to the States, and she became a nurse after a while, you know, so they both kind of hustled and stuff like that. And my other grandmother worked in the city. She worked like as a maid for other people, saved up money. My grandfather, I forgot what he did, but my mother told me that my grandmother saved up money to help her and her siblings. So that's going back to the breaking generational curses. And a lot of our families have helped us in some kind of way. Some. And if not, I'm going to go back into just being loved or whatnot. Going back to the Keenan thing, a story my grandmother told me. She said one night, I think my grandfather, like the back of his ankle or something got cut or something like that. So Keenan took up to the hospital, and I was just like, oh, that shit's pretty dope. So hopefully one day I get to work with him. I'm a big fan of the Waynes, the whole Waynes family, you know, from Kim to all of them. That's just an inspirational thing. That's one of the reasons why I believe in everything is possible. You know what I'm saying? So if you see this, everything is possible. Because sometimes people have to believe that you have to touch somebody to see, like, to get inspired or something like that. But it can be visually. But it is dope that you know another person that's actually know that person that can make you feel motivated or inspired. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure most of us have somebody that knows somebody that made you feel uplifting, like, oh snap, and you have to feel like I can do it too. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people just want to be like, oh man, that's cool for this person or whatnot, but why can't it be cool for you too? Whatever you do, you know, whether it be if you're a garbage man, right? You can still be a great garbage man, and you know, or to the biggest sports star, LeBron or whatever, you know what I'm saying, or Michael Jordan. Just be great in your field, you know, enjoy what you do, and just kind of have a purpose, you know. Hold on, I'm gonna go back to my notes, okay? Bear with me, y'all. At least I'm trying to be professional and shit, right? All right, something I'm gonna talk about, just overcoming doubt and stuff, right? Cause like it's crazy. I'm a pretty decent looking guy, right? And I'm really blessed because of my parents and my sisters, right? Keisha and Kelly. Some of y'all may know them. They're twins in California. They live in LA. I don't know why I said it here. Anyways, but they do film stuff. They actually started doing music stuff in Mississippi and Atlanta. They're like a year and a half younger than me. My older sister's like 4 years older than me. Beautiful Nicole. And I'm always inspired by my sisters because a lot of women, man, they show unconditional love, and then they're so determined too, especially our black women and stuff. So I'm very inspired by that. And another thing too, I'm kind of going everywhere just because this is the first episode. I'm gonna have more coming on. I'm gonna have actual guests and stuff like that. No corny mofos, people that's actually having motion, not even just motion as far as doing, but motion as far as ambition and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Whether it says to be a garbage man, if you're the Brooklyn's dopest garbage man, come on up, I got you. You know what I'm saying? If you're the Bronx's best dancer, come on up, I got you. I just want to explore the world and everyone's talents. Another thing I'm talking about, I will get my water, let me get my water. I do got my handy dandy Royal Ram Fam sticker in my lemonade. Let me see. See, I got the water because, you know, but the lemonade, I love Simply Lemonade, y'all. That's my go-to. Before I go, give me some lemonade. Oh, shit. That's good. I didn't know it was going to be that kind of cold still. But, you know, sorry for the burp. I forgot. back there can pick it up good. Get the water to actually clear it. All right. Sorry, yeah, I'm kind of going everywhere. There we go. All right. Back to just like determination, being focused with stuff. And one of the reasons why I'm kind of just doing this is to show people everything is possible. You know, anything. It's crazy, man. We all have self-doubts and certain stuff, right? I'm really pretty much at the point in my life where anything is possible. I'm going to go into several things, but one of the reasons why I'm kind of doing this, my best friend, a female of mine named Andrea LaShonda Smalls, aka Shane, she passed away last year, September 6th. My birthday was September 17th, right? She was my real good best friend since I came to New York, almost about 10 years, since I've been permanent up here, right? And me and her were real good friends, a lot of the long distance, right? But so spiritually in tune. That's why, obviously, you go through cry or, you know, sadness, whatever. But me and her, we used to talk about the spiritual stuff. That's why I feel it's crazy how you feel like reincarnated, or like even if something goes bad, y'all, I'm gonna be real with y'all. If I go, I still want to stay. But if I go, I feel I come back in a different type of form, right? Reincarnation, or just like, I feel our spirit continues in some type of way. I don't know how or where, but I doubt, nigga, once you get dirt on you, just gonna be for years. Michael Jackson, Prince, all your beloved ones, I believe they had, you know, especially Michael, like for those, Michael Jackson, bro, this nigga came in the world like the people compare him to Jesus or whatever, but like he really changed the game, but just as far as, and shout out to him, he's a Virgo. Shout out to the Virgos, yo. Yo, let me, first of all right, another thing, I'm going everywhere with this, but astrology, right? I still read astrology stuff, but shout out to everybody, because everyone be like, I'm a this Leo, whatever. But what if you didn't know what day you were born, or whatnot, like Akon, for example? What, like, would you still be teen, whatever? But, you know, shout out still to Virgos though. But like one of the things that, and I just really started noticing years ago, was like, you know, I love everyone's whatever they do, but I was like noticing Beyonce, you know, everyone, you know, loves just like her, but Michael Jackson, the motherfuckers is great, right? And then who else? Kobe. I was putting all like 2 and 2. I was like, these motherfuckers are great. Like, I can see why the mama mentality, determination with Beyonce, you know what I'm saying? Nas, his writing skills, even though I still love Jay-Z, I think he's a Sag, but Jay-Z still one of the dopest artists or whatever, but Nas is like one of my favorites ever, and he's a Virgo. Ludacris. And another thing corresponding to those, I'm just going back to my timer, y'all, because this motherfucker about to shut off in 30 minutes. When I was in ATL years ago, right, this is another thing with just being inspired and all this other stuff, excuse me, I had opportunity, I always been doing this film and music stuff since I can remember, honestly, right? But in high school, I had a TV film class. And then when I graduated, my grandmother and my dad's best friend, Mr. Reggie, they both invested and bought me a Sony GL2 camera, right? It's the mini VH tapes. I've been doing this since then. That was 2003, right? And one of the first things I was doing, I was in Atlanta. I used to go to the city. How did I start? I think, oh yeah, me and my friend Kenneth, aka Wise Man, still love him to this day. Him and sometimes I would just go to different places and just film stuff in Atlanta. And sometimes, most of the time with him, I would have him film me, go to like the underground Atlanta and pass out my sister's demos, Keisha and Kelly. Shout out to Gary Smith. They used to be with Mood Swing, Anthony Cologne, Divine Evans, that lives in LA now. A lot of different producers that help with their career.